What's going on, guys? It's your boy Indigo. I'm back with another video on my channel. Thank you again for being here, joining. If you could please hit that like button, it'll help me out a lot. I apologize for the slow uploads. I did say I'll be a little more consistent, but I have a life outside of social media and YouTube. So I'm trying my best to be more consistent with the uploads. So today's video should be a good one. I will be talking about it. Well, first of all, if you know me, you know how much I respect this woman. You know how high she is on my list, especially in today's landscape of professional wrestling. So today's video is gonna be on the GOAT, the legit boss, the stand, the blueprint, Sasha Banks. First of all, if you're on Twitter and you're a subscriber of mine, you should know how I feel about the haters out there when it comes to Sasha. It comes, when you're on the top, it comes with the hate. everybody went through it. Brett, Cena, Austin, you name it. The Rock, everybody got their haters. Today's video though, I just wanna celebrate her accomplishments so far. It's been about almost 10 years. Next year will make 10 years since I first discovered her on FCW television. I had access to FCW, let's just say that. So I'm aware of Roman, Seth, Dean, the Wyatt family. They all came up through that system, barely. Sasha, I seen it from day one. I said this woman's gonna be a star. Fast forward about a year, she gets signed to NXT. This is when FCW was transitioning to NXT. By that I mean the way NXT is now. Not now, but I say about 3-4 years ago when NXT was hot on fire. This was that transition. Now NXT been a game show since 2010, so FCW and NXT basically merged together. So since 2013, I've been a fan of this woman. She has progressed a lot, especially during her time as NXT Women's Champion. Never forgetting that reign. That's my favorite reign of hers. And after her match, her amazing match with Bayley at TakeOver Brooklyn. That's one of my favorite, not only women's matches of all time, but matches ever. And I have a pretty solid list of my favorite matches of all time. So her NXT reign was so special to me because that was the birth of the boss character that we see today. So it was just an awesome time to be a fan of NXT back then. And that's how I discovered Becky also, even though Becky wasn't the man she is now. But Becky was trying to find herself as a wrestler and a person. Which her and Sasha had great chemistry. And it showed. And it obviously showed a couple years ago at Hell in a Cell 2019. Fast forward to her call-up. When she got called up. I love that she's basically a part of all the firsts. The first ever women's whatever. She's a part of that, basically. So in 2016, her rivalry with Charlotte, even though it was basically a hot potato feud, it was a great feud, to say the least, because even though I have my opinions on Charlotte, she is decent in the ring, and she has chemistry with Sasha that a lot of women don't have when they step in the ring, bro. And last year, her and Bayley, they owned WWE. They was on all 3 shows. They carried basically all 3 brands outside of Drew, Zelina Vega and her boys, Almonds, Garza, and August Theory. I say August, pardon me. Austin Theory. Bunch of people, they stepped up. Sasha and Bayley was one of them. So I'm happy that Sasha and Bayley got to have another one-on-one feud. after the whole NXT saga, and they had a killer match at last year's Hell in a Cell. I just wish that they had that one-on-one match at WrestleMania in the main event. I say that to this day. No disrespect to Bianca Belair, because she's coming up and she's a star. But it should have been Bayley versus Sasha main event at WrestleMania. That's just my opinion. So thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll be back with more content soon. Thank you, and I appreciate all of your support. Take care.